17 minutes after 4 o'clock, class continues at Viewpoint University. When you think about the university systems in the state of South Dakota and you think about philanthropy, you may think there's like 2 or 3 or 4 people that give all the big bucks, and there's a lot of people, there are 2 or 3, 4 people that are giving big bucks, but there are literally hundreds of other people that are taking their resources and making them available to the university system in the state of South Dakota. Today, Steve Brown, who is president and CEO of the South Dakota Foundation, University of South Dakota Foundation. For those of you who are new to the state, University of South Dakota, the little school down in Vermilion, South Dakota. Steve Brown joins us live and in Technicolor in the faculty lounge. Mr. Brown, hello and welcome.
Thanks, Rick. It's a pleasure to be here. And I want to thank Betsy Rice for connecting with you and the invitation to come over and visit with you in the audience today.
Betsy Rice is very good at her job and add tenacious to that in a positive way. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you very much. How long have you been president and CEO of the USD Foundation?
I was privileged to join the foundation January 1st of 2012, so just a little over 2 years I've been here in the state of South Dakota and been enjoying it immensely.
Are you from the state of South Dakota?
No, I am a Hoosier, West Central Indiana, born and raised. And
how did you get the job running the USD Foundation when you're not even from here? That's unheard of.
Well, it was debatable among the committee, if I might admit. But no, actually, when the phone call came and said, would you be interested? I said, no, thank you. It was a wonderful opportunity, but looked further, and they also maybe were tenacious as well of sending some information and got to looking at it and think, wow, what an awesome opportunity to be able to come here and hopefully make a difference and grow professionally. And so we've enjoyed being here.
There's a lot of people that they hear about these foundations and they know you raise money, but they know very little else than that. Why don't you kind of give us a 101 on what it is you and the foundation are doing and why you do it?
I like to really describe it as we're responsible for securing private gifts. And by that, I would say that it's securing through the solicitation of contributions that individuals and organizations would make. And then it's our responsibility to be good stewards of those dollars and see that they are invested for the university appropriately and then spent on behalf of how the donor's wishes are. So it's all about private philanthropy, and our mission is solely for the University of South Dakota. So we raise private funds and manage those private funds on behalf of the university.
Okay, so your latest fund drive, how'd you do?
We're currently in a silent phase of a comprehensive campaign that actually we kicked off on the day that I arrived 2 years ago through January of this year, so we are 25 months into that. We are at $92 million. It's a $250 million campaign that we hope to raise over the course of the next 5 additional years. The previous campaign that Ted Munster and his associates ran was a $134 million campaign that ended back in 2007 timeframe. And so we're hoping to stand on the shoulders of Ted and double that. And then seeing what our friends up at South Dakota State University are doing with some of their fund drive. They're certainly setting the mark for us, and so we've got our eye on them, as well as the University of North Dakota, who recently has raised $324 million. So our work is set for us.
So you've done $92 million, and you say silently. What would happen if you started actually talking publicly about this? Do you think that might more people come forward if you were out doing a little bit more public schmoozing?
Sure. It's always interesting how we refer to these things as silent, because we are anything but silent. Probably a better term actually is the leadership phase. So the focus is very targeted with individuals who can make very significant gifts to the campaign. And as a lot of campaigns do, they'll work through that process, hope to raise about half of the funds necessary to achieve the goal, and then the marketing on a very wide and broad aspect to all of our alumni around the nation would be involved. But we've really been anything but silent.
So if the goal in this particular segment is if I heard you right, $250 million, does that mean that every old building on the campus is going to be torn down and something brand new is going to be built in its place?
No, that would probably take $2.5 billion, actually. But a big part of it is an athletics facility for our basketball team. The Dome certainly has served us well for since the late 70s. But at this point, we really need to look at a new basketball facility, some upgrades to the law school, the College of Fine Arts, and the National Music Museum. So there are some building pieces of this campaign, but also a big part of it would be scholarships for students, as well as program support for all of our programs as well. So it's really all aspects of the campus are involved in this campaign.
Talking with Steve Brown. He is the president and CEO of the University of South Dakota Foundation. We'll be back.